I mean, there is no doubt during this pandemic for the last 1.5 years, it has been a tough time for all frontline workers. And when I say frontline workers, gentlemen, I am talking about the doctors, nurses. I am talking about the other staff in the hospitals. I am talking about the staff, the delivery boys who deliver so many things to you at your home through Big Basket from Amazon. And definitely, in relation to industries, there are security staff who are frontline workers and available to the management 24 hours of the day into 24 into 7. And their job is not easy. Their job is very difficult. And COVID situation has made things so difficult for all individuals, particularly being it's such a prolonged pandemic, that everybody wants to play safe, wants to have his family safe, and whenever one moves out of the house for his office duty or for some duty, he is always worried whether he will catch the COVID, if he comes back, whether he will infect his family members or not. Job of security team, security professionals is very, very challenging and demanding. Now, when I say all this, I know about the public sector security departments. I have visited many private sectors and seen their security departments. General view of the professionals or teams they hire to protect their installations or their facilities, they try to cut cost in that also. And that is why there is so much competition, even if you are hiring security agency through ex-serviceman DGR sponsored industry. Now, in that, keeping that in view, if you see the pandemic demands that the security professionals or security guards, security team gets the minimum required equipment, which I mean, all senior leaders of the country keep on saying, you must wear mask, you must have sanitize your hands, you must keep distance. Now, wearing a mask or PP kit or sanitizing your hands, you need required items on a regular basis. And these items cost money. And these items cost money, and it has to be created in the budget, which I feel, which I have learned, that generally is issued only once a month or twice a month, whereas you need to change your mask, you need to have a sanitizer in your pocket, you need to have a PP kit if you are handling some positive cases in your industry. Private sector security has also placed under ESMA. Now, ESMA, when I say, it means that the duties of the doctors, duties of the metro staff, the bus drivers, postal service, even oil sectors are also time to time placed under ESMA Act, which is an act by the Parliament. This act is available both with all the states as well as center. And they keep on applying this act from time to time. Now, if security personnel or the security has been placed under ESMA, it compels them to be on duty as per the requirement of the management, as per the requirement of the service department which has hired them. They cannot refuse the duty. And if they are coming on duty on a regular basis and performing extra hours, they need to be compensated accordingly. For that, the management has to be requested by the team leader about the requirements of the security personnel. My personal experience, though in a public sector where the management is a bit liberal, that as a team leader, if you approach them and if you tell them that what are your requirements, after some time, even if not immediately, after some time, the requirements of the security department, the security personnel are met, and they are given the required items, gadgets, or whatever you need for that. In a private sector, I know it's not easy, it's a bit difficult, but is the responsibility of the team leader to ensure that the security personnel are looked after by the management. I served in IB for 7 years, and I was in the industrial security branch of IB, and happened to visit large number of installations. We always used to say that if you want to run a security department, you need to spend 2% of your profit on security if you really want effective security team. If you want a happy and energetic security team, you must spend money, you must spend budget on them. Then only you will be able to get a better service.
Right. So as you see on the screen, I have given this topic, protecting the protectors. When I say the protectors, as Dineshji already mentioned, the frontline warriors, security is one among them, and I feel they are the crucial ones, right? So, security, the face of an organization. I believe everyone here, agree on this topic. We are the face of an organization. Any security man or person standing at the gate or at the reception is the face of the organization. That is the value that we have created among the organization. What are we doing, to protect these manpower, who are protecting the asset, the personals working in that particular organization. So the things which I share here is my personal experience, which I've gone through or my team members have gone through during this pandemic situation. Are we giving them moral and physical support during this trying times? Giving them enough backing. Safety precautions, as Dineshji said. The PPE gears. The masks, sanitizers. I belong to a pharmaceutical industry. Here we do give that, right? There's adequate precaution measures that has been taken. Enough masks has been given. Even the sanitizers, the full gear PPE kits have been provided when at times you need to deal with COVID positive patients in the organization. They don't know much about this vaccination drive, especially when they come out of their hometown and work at some other place. Where to go, what's the approach. That's where we need to pitch in as a team leaders and support them in this vaccination drive and ensure all of our members, while ensuring all the personals in the organizations are been given with the vaccination, get up the organization, the management, strive them to conduct these drives at the campus. Even the government is boosting up, and state governments are also, supporting this vaccination drive at the campuses. So I believe we should. The learning from for me, in this pandemic situation, we do certain set of documentations. That's bare minimum thing what we do during this regular hiring process of our security personnel. While it's the job of the agency, I do agree, but as a parental organization, I also feel that we should have certain set of documentations available with us, like the birth certificate of an individual, his parents, spouse, children, educational certificate, Aadhaar card copy, election card, PAN card, passbooks of individual or the nominee who's there in the ESIC, PF, marriage certificate. This will come handy at the time of need. What in case of adverse events? I had one unfortunate incident wherein I lost one of my team member. We realized many of the facts needs to be done, right? The ground reality. You need to take the deceased body from the hospital. Their relatives, many at the times they are not there at the ground, at the place where our personals are serving. You might need to arrange to get their family members if they are willing. That's one of the requirement. You're not allowed to touch the deceased person if has passed away due to the COVID-19, right? Corona. So what needs to be done? What, as an organization, as a parental organization, you are the father they are looking forward to for the help. You're the whole team members are looking forward to you. That is when you need to stand out. No doubt, we are all leaders, but these are the trying times. We really need to support our team members, right? The benefits what a deceased family member gets is the main topic over here, which I would like to touch base upon. First and foremost, the funeral benefits for employees who lost their life due to COVID and are covered under the ESIC. Nominee receives an amount of 15,000 subject to submitting the document along with the form 95D, that is original death certificate, bank details of the nominee, cancelled check copy or the passbook photocopy, Aadhaar card of the nominee. These are the three requirements to be submitted along with the form 95D at the ESIC office. From the submission date, within 15 days, this amount will be released from the ESIC to the nominee's account. So in order to avail the pension benefits which are there under ESIC, the following documents needs to be enclosed along with the claim form, that's form 50 or called as pension claim form, your death certificate, the original copy of the death certificate of an insured person, COVID-19 positive report, in case you have a photocopy that has to be attested by the government government officials from the health department, copy of Aadhaar card, of insured person, nominee, and the dependents, the birth certificate of IP, nominee, and the dependents, bank details of the nominee, as I said, the cancelled check copy, or else the first page of the passbook, ESIC card of the insured person, two set of photograph, passport size photocopy, along with the form 15. Form 15 has to be, please note, form 15 has to be duly attested by the gazetted officers. This is one of the requirement from the ESIC office. So what are the benefits from employee provident fund for all the deceased employees? Please note, this is not only for the deceased employees due to the COVID. It's regular in case of any other unfortunate incident. If a person is no more, what and all his nominees are entitled the PF amount in full. The pension amount is of 90% of the daily wage is given to the nominee. Employees deposit linked insurance scheme. The limit was up till 6 lakhs. Now it has been increased to 7 lakh by Government of India. Now the minimum amount of 2.5 lakhs to 7 lakhs is granted to the nominee. A gratuity is been paid, right? The spouse can also avail the medical care benefit on paying the lump sum amount of rupees 120 per year to the ESIC office. Attach the requisite claim form, which we need to stand together. One thing which comes after the death of a person due to COVID or in this difficult times is, as I said, your team members are looking for you. Now the biggest question is their morale. How do you need to bring up the morale of the team members who are there along with you, because they have seen a person who was a team member who is no more, one fine day he's no more because of the COVID. That is when the entire team has the morale is down. You as a team leader need to stand out and ensure their morals are up, because we are one soul, that one soul which is standing at the gate. He's meeting each and every individual who is entering your premises. He is exposed to all kind of adversaries. We need to ensure that he has been protected, and that is when he protects everybody. This is our job as a team leaders. We need to ensure their protection is the foremost for us, and in this pandemic situation, right?
Mr. Dinesh Kotwal has rich experience, and few questions which he has raised are very, very relevant and important for facing the situation which might unfortunately occur in your respective organizations. Let me, for the time being, ask one question. My question is, do you feel really very happy and also feel benefits of security services being included under ESMA?
My personal experience, during this pandemic situation, where I lost one of our team members, my organization came forward. We created something called as benevolent fund and was been handed over to the deceased family. That's one of the great gesture. I would certainly agree that it's not the end meet, but that would give some relief to the bereaved family during this trying times.
doing, sir, we are increasing the insurance coverage. We are also actively exploring the possibility of getting a group insurance for the whole organization. We are, paying for the jabs for a colleague and their one dependent. Plus, what we are doing is we've given unlimited leaves pertaining to COVID recovery of the colleague as well of anyone in the family team, because we have seen that unlike last time the switch over to work from home was relatively easy. This year there has been a lot of disruption in the ability of my colleagues to work from home. Plus, a substantial portion of our colleagues operate on the ground.
रैपिड एक्शन टेस्ट वीकली कर रहे हैं सर सारे गार्ड्स का एंड सारे एम्प्लॉइज एंड वर्कर्स का. सेकंड थिंग सर, फर्स्ट डोज ऑफ वैक्सीनेशन मेरे पूरी मैन पावर को लग चुका है सर. एंड ऑलमोस्ट जो 45 प्लस वाले हैं उनमें से काफी 80% बंदों का सेकंड डोज भी कंप्लीट हो चुका है फॉर वैक्सीनेशन. ये वैक्सीनेशन ड्राइव हमने अपने अंबुजा प्लांट में गवर्नमेंट के साथ लाइजन करके जो है चलाई थी सर. सो these all things we are managing here sir to secure our security guards.
अच्छा, इसमें मेरा एक इनपुट और लोगों के साथ शेयर करना था, वो ये कि बहुत सारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में क्या हुआ है कि गेटिंग वैक्सीनेशन एट देयर विल इज नॉट पॉसिबल. बहुत सारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन ने, बहुत सारी इंडस्ट्रीज ने वैक्सीन को खरीदा है, गवर्नमेंट ने उनको दे दिया और उनकी वजह से वो अपने वर्कफोर्स को वैक्सीनेट कर पाए. लेकिन उसमें भी बंदिश लगी हुई थी. 45 साल का होगा, उससे पहले 60 साल का था, फिर 45 का, अब 18 साल का हो गया. लेकिन आपके कुछ गार्ड होंगे जो 45 से कम के होंगे, 18 से ज़्यादा के होंगे, क्वालिफाई तो कर रहे हैं, लेकिन उनके लिए वैक्सीनेशन अवेलेबल नहीं होगा. तो बहुत से ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में बहुत सारे सिक्योरिटी चीफ्स ने मुझे इनपुट दिया था कि ऐसे लोगों को वो क्या कर रहे हैं, वो जनरल शिफ्ट में या ए शिफ्ट और बी शिफ्ट में उनको नहीं बुला रहे हैं, जहां उनका इंटरेक्शन पब्लिक के साथ ज्यादा होता है और चांस एक्सपोजर के बहुत ज्यादा होते हैं. तो ऐसे लोगों को जो वैक्सीनेटेड नहीं है उनको वो रात की शिफ्ट में बुला रहे हैं जहां इंटरेक्शन कम हो. तो इससे कुछ क्वालिटेटिव रिस्क डिक्रीज हो जाती है. एक तो ये सभी लोगों के लिए इनपुट है. हाँ, आप इसमें कुछ ऐड कर रहे थे
सर. इसमें हमने जो व्हाट वी आर फॉलोइंग इज सर, हमारे पास सिक्योरिटी के लिए बैरक्स हैं सर. एक तो सिक्योरिटी बैरक्स और सेकंड बैच हमारा जो है वो नियर बाय सराउंडिंग विलेजेस के जो लड़के हैं उनमें से जो आते हैं हमारे आउटसाइडर्स. तो हमने पोस्ट को फिक्स कर दिया है सर फॉर दिस टाइम में. जो फिक्स पोस्ट हैं जहां पे हमें सिक्योर्ड बंदे चाहिए, लाइक वैक्सीनेटेड बंदे चाहिए, वो है हमारे एंट्री पॉइंट्स. तो वहां पे जो हमारे वैक्सीनेटेड गार्ड्स हैं हमने उनकी पोस्ट फिक्स कर दी है. जैसे जो आइसोलेटेड पोस्ट है जहां पे ज्यादा मूवमेंट नहीं रहती है, वहां पे जो बंदे वैक्सीनेशन से बच गए हैं अभी या जिनकी वैक्सीनेशन फर्दर आगे विद इन 1 मंथ होने वाली है, तो उनकी ड्यूटी हम वहां डिप्लॉय कर रहे हैं. सो वी
सर शिवेंद्र ने बोला था, इनफैक्ट आई ऑल्सो हैपन टू हैव सिमिलर व्यूज, और वो ये कि जब हमारे सिक्योरिटी गार्ड्स भले ही वो आउटसोर्स्ड हैं, लेकिन एक प्रिंसिपल एम्प्लॉयर के नाते हमारे कुछ इंसानियत के भी फर्ज हैं. और सारे कारपोरेट्स में कुछ बजट भी एलोकेट किया हुआ है कारपोरेट सोशल रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी के हेड में. तो कारपोरेट सोशल रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी का मतलब सिर्फ यही नहीं है कि गांव में सड़क बना देना, हैंडपंप लगवा देना. एक इंटरनल कारपोरेट सोशल रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी भी एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन की होती है. और उस नजरिए से आप देखें तो आप ये पाएंगे कि आपके सिक्योरिटी गार्ड जब एडिशनल रिस्क को फेस कर रहे हैं इन रिलेशन टू अदर फंक्शंस एंड अदर डिपार्टमेंट्स, तो उनके तरफ आपका दया भरा दिल उधर ध्यान से देखे और ऑर्गेनाइजेशन मैनेजमेंट के प्रबंधन के नाते ये देखे कि क्या और उनको सुविधाएं दी जा सकती हैं. अल्टीमेटली टोटल लॉस प्रिवेंशन प्रोग्राम का एक एक्सटेंशन इस लेवल पर आएगा 1 साल पहले तक किसी ने नहीं सोचा था. अब तो आपके सिक्योरिटी गार्ड वो काम करने लगे जो किसी जमाने में ऑपरेशन मेंटेनेंस के लोग काम करते थे, प्रोसेस के लोग काम करते थे, जो काम HSE वाले लोग करते थे, जिनके लिए एक सेपरेट स्पेशलाइज्ड डिपार्टमेंट खोला गया। लेकिन जब लॉकडाउन हुआ तो वो तो कहीं नहीं दिखाई देते। अब ये कहाँ से तय हो गया कि टेम्परेचर लेगा तो सिक्योरिटी गार्ड लेगा, ये हेल्थ सेफ्टी एनवायरनमेंट वाले क्यों नहीं खड़े होंगे? कहीं नहीं खड़े हुए, मेरे पास आज तक कहीं इनपुट नहीं आया। एंड इन काउंसिल वी हैव मेंबर्स रिप्रेजेंटिंग सेफ्टी प्रोफेशन ऑल्सो। मुझे कहीं भी ये कोई सा भी इनपुट नहीं मिला, और अगर मैं गलत हूं तो आप मुझे बता दीजिए कि अगर आपके पास कोई इनपुट है कि कहाँ वो थर्मामीटर लेके कोई सेफ्टी वाला हेल्थ वाला खड़ा हुआ होगा। सिक्योरिटी गार्ड ही खड़ा होता है। तो जब हर एक कहावत है कि हाथी के पाँव में सबका पाँव, तो सबसे बड़ा पाँव तो आजकल सिक्योरिटी गार्ड का दिख रहा है, जिसमें सारे लोग कहते हैं कि ये जो कर लेगा वही ठीक है। जब ये कर लेगा और एडिशनल काम कराए जा रहे हो जिसके लिए कभी ट्रेन भी नहीं किया गया उसको फॉर्मली, जहां उसने उस प्रोफेशन के रिस्क को कभी एक्सेप्ट भी नहीं किया, और आज की तारीख में वो मना भी नहीं कर सकता, एस्मा लग गया, तो अब ये थोड़ी कह सकता है सिक्योरिटी गार्ड कि जी मैं टेम्परेचर नहीं नापूंगा, कि जी मैं चेक नहीं करूंगा, सामान आएगा जाएगा, मुझे रिस्क है कोरोना का। डेफिनेटली उसको है, और उसको कोई एडिशनल प्रोटेक्शन नहीं है, लेकिन जैसे ही मना करेगा तो खट से कोई अथॉरिटी मैनेजमेंट का बंदा खड़ा होके एक फ्लैग दिखा देगा कि जेंटलमैन यू कम अंडर एसेंशियल सर्विस मेंटेनेंस एक्ट, यू डू द ड्यूटी एज यू आर टोल्ड और एल्स फेस द कॉन्सिक्वेंसेस। तो ये सारी बातें मेरी समझ में आ रही हैं कि अगर हम सिक्योरिटी प्रोफेशनल के नाते अच्छे दिल वाले हैं और सही प्रोफेशनल हैं, तो इस नजरिए से क्यों नहीं सोचते, और अगर सोचते हैं तो क्या क्या करना है, यही मेरा मंशा था। इसके बारे में और भी कुछ इनपुट है, लोग इसमें पार्टिसिपेंट्स बहुत सारे हैं जो कुछ रेस्पॉन्ड करना चाहते हैं।
Some of the security agencies, they have made for some fund called as COVID Warrior Fund, wherein extra benefit or the support has been provided to these guards or their families. Like for example, if anybody is, I have the agency who is guarding our organization. They have created this COVID Warrior Fund, and at times if a person has detected positive, a grant of 10,000 rupees is immediately within 3 days of submission of the COVID positive report is granted to individual's account as an immediate relief. Right. The parental organization, we also, do not deduct their salary for the period they are absent. We give the full attendance for the period of absence, like how Dinesh ji has said, Shivendra Pratap has said, for his employees, there is unlimited leave which has been granted if at all they come into contact or their family members, are tested positive during those times.
The core of the query of this whole seminar goes back to the very basic question that we all security and loss prevention professionals have been struggling for years, which is basically whether we are a cost center or we are a revenue protector. So at Lancers, we have taken a line for quite a few years based on the specialized services that we provide, that we present ourselves to our clients as in what how we are loss prevention. अब आज की सिचुएशन में ये है सर, कोई हॉस्पिटल नहीं, अगर आप उनसे पूछेंगे कि अगर एक या दो सीनियर डॉक्टर साहब चले जाएं वहां ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम होगी, या आपकी ये 10 गार्ड यहाँ से चले जाएं तो वहां ज्यादा प्रॉब्लम होगी. They'll manage without two senior doctors, but they can't manage without your chaps on the ground. And same goes for pretty much every single outlet. Talk to any mall owner in Delhi right now. His mall will collapse if there is not a strong, vigilant guard force which is forcefully implementing COVID protocols. Similarly, if Delhi Metro has to open, or some other infrastructure projects have to come back to life. So I completely agree with you, sir, that this is an opportune moment for the industry at large to project the fact that we are not a cost center sitting in some basement of some office building, where only these 15-20 chaps are just running around doing your work which is not appreciated. If in last year 15 months what's emerged is the fact that we are a very deeply embedded a part of the Indian economy. And it's about time that someone somewhere addresses the key question that, sir, through you, this seminar is raising. So I think, sir, this is a great start, and hopefully the narrative will move in that direction. And sooner rather than later, someone will wake up. And I completely agree with you, sir. I don't see any reason why the CSR fund.
Security is a necessity. Necessity, as Mr. Swender mentioned about malls, you mentioned about hospitals. I mean, it's a very good examples. What I have realized in my life with the security is a demand and supply. It's a demand and supply. Demand is less, supply is more. Even if you want to hire a security agency from a DGR, the competition is so tough that they come for the rate cut. Now, the DGR has fixed service charges of 14%. In ONGC, I hired them for 7%. The moment you hire them for 7% security service charge, naturally the quality will suffer. Quality will suffer, and they will try to manage it. They will try to do something. Now, what is very important, that this demand and supply business is really creating problem. And if you really have some good organization, like we have, I'm not able to recollect the name of Mr. Cover. So if it can be projected to him that you need to take it forward so that security services as such is recognized by the government of India or by the institution or by the companies where they hire the professionals, they hire the students, and provide the minimum required benefits to them also. I mean, if the moment I hired an ONGC a security agency of consisting about, the ONGC hires about 22,000 security guards all over India, 22,000 security guards. At one time, we were hiring 36,000 security guards. Now, there's such a tough competition among the security agencies that they cut the prices even to minus percentage of service charge. When I had to deal with the situation, I had to write on the file with a minor service charge how he is going to survive. So it's a very difficult situation. Now, as a team leader, when I say about team leader, I am referring to my role also when I was the security as a chief general manager and other things. I mean, I have to ensure the well-being of my security guard as a team leader. I have to ensure. I have to really fight with the management. I have to ensure that they get their PP kit, they get their mask, they get their sanitizer in time. I have to ensure that if some accident happens, that person is not paid absent. He is paid his dues, even during that time, through the contractor. It is a contractor who has to provide the service. Now, contractor is going to deduct the salary of that poor guard who has met with an accident. It is the contractor, if somebody due to unfortunate accident dies, it is the contractor who has to hire his wife or his son to provide him a job. But as a principal employer, you have to ensure that the benefit goes to that guard also who has suffered while performing his duties. What I'm trying to say is very simple thing. The security is a necessity of industry, and I'm taking words of Mr. Swender Pratap. It is a loss prevention service. It provides profit to the installation. It provides benefit to the management. Therefore, the security guard should be looked after and should be given benefits by the management, by the industry. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kotwal. It has been a great pleasure and professional satisfaction that we could organize this webinar, for which all the sincere thanks and appreciation to Prajwal, who in fact
Thank you, sir.
initiated this thought process. And Shivendra, you have been very valuable contributor in this webinar. And whenever such opportunity occurs, though generally we in our council's meetings and webinars keep only security and safety professionals, but we need important input from private security service providers also. So on subject basis, I will be making a special request to you and similar other service providers, because this brings input and appreciation also the concepts from service providers. You have brought many valuable points here, and let's together as a team, as service provider and end service users, remain complementary to each other. You think about our pain areas and we think about your pain areas, and together, like you have said, Lao Tse, who has famously said, this too shall pass. But my little apprehension and uh, warning with underline and highlighted is this situation may not go anytime soon, at least till 2025. We will remain under same challenging situation. तो ये extended period है, ये मेरा एक modest estimate है. हो सकता है कि some earth shattering change takes place tomorrow and this goes away together. Otherwise, it is likely to continue. Some major breakthrough only will see it ending around 2025. Why I believe it is matter of a very lengthy research-based article which I will share soon. But then today we rest with this comforting feeling that I look after the interest of our security guards, and those security guards through you must look after interest as they have done so far under such challenging times, that this situation should be within our control, and we shall see the end of corona situation very soon. Thank you very much.